To all the viewers of Q News English, with me Vijay Rana. And today, people, what do we have as the headlines? So this is the beautiful view of the snowfall that happened in Jammu and Kashmir, and snow clearance operation by Mechanical Department of Poonch. So this is how the terrain looks like. Don't go by the simple beauty of it. This terrain also provides cover to the terrorists. And how difficult it will be, looking at it, it's really beautiful, the snow-covered mountains out there. But then to work in these conditions, I'm not sure how many of you have actually walked in or on snow. Once the snow solidifies into ice, it becomes really, literally impossible to walk on it. I have slipped myself so many times. But our soldiers out there protecting our borders, our Jawans, they work 24/7 to avoid or to stop any infiltration on the borders from Pakistan or be it China. Now, for now, let's enjoy the view. And the snow is being cleared, and on the left-hand side, we have the news from Aam Aadmi Party, wherein CBI to arrest Kejriwal soon claims AAP. Why so? Why is this? Some people, I was going through the social media, I was going through some videos out there. People say it's the murder of democracy. That's what is happening out here, and all these, one of the allegations on Prime Minister Narendra Modi was that it's a murder of democracy, and he's using these central government agencies as a weapon to destabilize the opposition parties. Well, what gave him that chance is the question that needs to be asked. Who played with the constitution? Was it the chief of Aam Aadmi Party, Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, and his members? Or was it Prime Minister Narendra Modi who got the amendment done for the liquor case? That is the main question to be asked. Who gave a chance to BJP? It's not Prime Minister Narendra Modi who's against the opposition. He's the face of the party, but there are other party workers also. There are other leaders also. So they are free to do what they want to do. So what they did, what Aam Aadmi Party did, was they amended certain laws so that few companies from South India could be benefited. There was an entire liquor scam that was done in New Delhi. And who is to be held responsible? Two of their ministers are already in jail. They have been jailed for these allegations, for these crimes that they committed. It's a financial crime. So, they will not get any severe penalties or severe punishments, but then they have been jailed for this, for corruption, for taking bribes, for giving kickbacks. That's what the allegation is. And now you are scared. Now you call it, he will be arrested. Yes, he will be. If he has committed the crime, if he is found guilty, he should definitely be punished. Nobody is above the law. If you are able to prove that Prime Minister Narendra Modi committed a crime, if you are able to prove, he should also be behind bars. And he will be. We have complete trust in our judicial system. We have complete trust and faith in our, Chief Justice of India. And what happened, we all saw what happened in Chandigarh, wherein Aam Aadmi Party and Congress had a coalition, but then BJP was declared as a winner. Who pitched in? It was Chief Justice of India. The justice prevailed. There was something done probably by BJP. Probably, it's not been proven. Or was it only the officer who was inclined towards BJP? We can say that because he favored BJP outright. That has been proved in the court. He has been found guilty. He will have his due share of punishment along with others involved. Be it BJP, be it Congress, be it AAP, be it any other party, whoever is found guilty, India's justice system will definitely hold them accountable and will punish them accordingly. So, AAP should be fearing from the investigating agencies. 7 times Arvind Kejriwal did not respect the summons that was given to him from the Enforcement Directorate. So they also have every right to arrest him, and now it's the turn for Central Bureau of Investigation, and rightly all these agencies should be functioning the way they are functioning. This is what will always keep, there will be a threat in the minds of these perpetrators. Before committing any crime, they should think 10 times. And yes, the focus will be more on the opposition parties. Yes, definitely, somebody who's in power will definitely do this. But if found guilty, if their own party members are also found guilty, they should also be punished. That also should be done. If Congress comes to power, will they not do this with BJP? That's what happens. That's what the trend is. It's not a murder of democracy, by the way. I was watching this. People were saying, they are going on air and saying, it's a, democracy does not prevail in India. Before making such a statement, please get your facts and figures right. A one-sided approach against Prime Minister Narendra Modi, so it is a part of an agenda, definitely. It's the party. There are, I'm not saying BJP, I'm not giving a clean chit to BJP either. There might be people involved in different kind of scams. They should be pointed out, inquiries should be conducted, and they should be brought to justice as well. And it does prevail. And while on one hand you have so much sympathy for the protesters, for the so-called Annadatas, the Kisans, what about the women from West Bengal? Are they, you are standing that West Bengal did not get their share of money from center. Money to do what? Money to facilitate the goons like Shah Jahan Sheikh and his brother and his allies. Money for raping women. Is that what you want the government to fund? It's Prime Minister Narendra Modi and BJP at the center who's still okay, who's saying, the party is saying there is a discrepancy in the files that you have brought. That's the reason we have withheld the funds. Had I been there, I would have, by this time, if I would have been in power, that in my personal capacity, I am telling this to you, I would have already instructed the Rashtrapati, Rashtrapati Shashan would have been implemented by now. So let's move on and see what's next, rather than me getting all hyped up, Lok Sabha polls scheduled on March 13 and 14. Another speculation, people coming in that we might have the elections on March 13th and 14th. It's not decided, it's not been announced as of yet. But if that is the case, if the speculated date is actually taken up by the Election Commission, then we will certainly see Model Code of Conduct, and the Kisan agitation will be of no use, because no party will be able to implement any schemes following the Model Code of Conduct. And India wants against China's mind games. So here is Mr. S. Jaishankar, the man of substance. I really like to see his, I'm sure all of you would also like to see him address the world. He is also instrumental in creating that image of India across the globe, taking India to next level. So thanks to his diplomacy skills, thanks to his presence of mind, his knowledge, and will always be indebted. External Affairs Minister X. Jaishankar issued a warning on Friday regarding Beijing's strategic maneuvers amid at confining India-China matters within a bilateral framework. So, moving on, US returns to moon after 50 years. The United States of America satellite landed on moon after 50 years. So, congratulations to the United States of America. And on the other hand, Paytm UPI users may be migrated. So, 4 banks, all the users who are using the banking facility of Paytm, they will be migrated. There will be disruptions in the services owing to the big flaw with Paytm. The mismanagement basically resulted in this. Paytm was one of the pioneers, one of the first apps that we started using for UPI, and they are in doldrums now. They are in a lot of trouble right now. And moving on, on the other hand, on left hand side I have Paytm, on right hand side I have Byju's, two of the biggest names in India. And Byju's is also struggling now. Their CEO, in fact it was a closely knit family that was running the show at Byju's, and they will now be removed from the board of directors. That's what the meeting was all about. And here we have couple of buildings burned to ashes, and firefighters are at work. We can see it happened in Valencia, Spain. So this incident happened in Spain, wherein two buildings caught fire, 4 people lost their lives. Really tragic incident, but still very well managed is what I would say. With full occupancy in these two buildings, people were very well disciplined, so everybody moved out swiftly, and still 4 people lost their lives. That's tragic, but then well managed. Still I would say it is well managed. The loss of human life was relatively on the lower side. Should not have happened actually, but then it happened, and but still the loss is on the lower side. So another farmer dies during protest. So another farmer lost his life during the protest, and Punjab government is going to give 1 crore of compensation to him. So he said, it is being said he had a loan of 8 lakhs and he owned 8 acres. He owned approximately 8 acres of land and was burdened with the debt of rupees 8 lakhs and recently arranged for his son's marriage. So on one hand, 8 lakhs loan. Probably if I look at my bank statement, I have more than 8 lakhs of loan. It's certainly more than that. But I never thought of protesting against the government or the banks or the credit cards. I'm going to pay that off. I'm going to work hard, and let's see why I'm moving to Google Chrome. And before I move on to Chrome, I just want to check where he was from. Another farmer participating in Delhi Chalo protest at the Khanuri border has tragically passed away, bringing the death toll to 5 amidst the ongoing demonstration. The deceased identified 62-year-old Darshan Singh from Amargarh village in Bhatinda. So let's check. Cost of 1 acre land in Bhatinda. Although it cannot be the exact parameter, but still we'll get an approximate number as to what was his net worth. So agricultural land for sale, let's say real estate. So 4 acres, that's the real estate, agricultural land for sale. 3.5 acres farm. Where is the amount? So an agricultural land parcel measuring land plot area 3,600 square yard is available for sale. It's located in Buchu Kala, Bhatinda. The sale price is 5.5 crore. It's a clear title property, prime location with all facilities. Genuine buyers may contact us. So 3,600 square yards is costing 5.50 crores. So let's take, even if we take 10% of it, he could have, if he would have sold less than half an acre out of 8, he would have paid his debts. So I do not see, personally, this is my personal opinion, I do not see debts a reason for his debt or for his death. So, but then he will get a compensation of rupees, not he, his family will get a compensation of rupees 1 crore along with government job for the sister of a 21-year-old farmer. So the first death that happened, and it is alleged that it happened, the 21-year-old young lad from Punjab died because of the rubber bullets that were fired by the police, Haryana police. And his family will be getting 21 crores. His sister will be getting a government job. But then who did the post-mortem is the big question. Who says the death happened by the rubber bullets? Because although it's a big tragedy, the young lad passed away, but let's read it completely. While the exact cause of Singh's death remains undisclosed, farmers allegedly obstructed the autopsy. What was the reason? Why did farmers obstruct the autopsy? When the reason or the cause of death was to be known, what made them obstruct the autopsy? Did they kill the young man and the reason of death would have been known to everybody? Is that the case? Now that also, is a thought that comes to one's mind. Why would you obstruct the autopsy? It will actually give more weight, or it will give more evidence against the government for you to prove that it was these rubber bullets that caused his death. But you did not let the autopsy happen. You obstructed the autopsy and there was no reason established, pressing for compensation from the government. Additionally, around 12 police personnel sustained injuries during the altercation. So he went on, the farmers' protest. These were the farmers who went on to hit the policemen also. Police personnel were also attacked. 12 of them have been injured. If anyone of them would have died, what would have been your stance? Would that be published as well, or will their kith and kin will also get 1 crore in compensation plus a government job? So this is how unbiased things are. But while everything is happening across the globe, how can Rahul Gandhi remain silent? So what did Rahul Gandhi say on Twitter? Rahul Gandhi took to Twitter this time, and the main what the subject revolves around is basically the funding of Bharatiya Janata Party. Since Bharatiya Janata Party introduced the electoral bonds. Now what are the electoral bonds? So basically, if you own a company and you want to donate to a particular party for their as their election fund, you want to support a particular party by some money, or monetarily you want to support a party. So what you can do is you can go to the bank, you can ask for electoral bond, you can fill the electoral bond, and the amount you want, you will deposit that amount in that bank and it will be transferred to the party fund, to the party's account. Now this was the policy, or this was the procedure that was being followed. And Rahul Gandhi says BJP, what they did is they threatened the organizations, the private organizations, and then it was more like money extortion. They said, we will not let you operate if you do not pay us through electoral bonds, if you do not fund the party for activities. That's what the acquisition is from Rahul Gandhi. These incendiary acquisitions by Gandhi shed light on what he perceives as a systemic corruption scheme, or just started by the ruling party. He says Congress leader Rahul Gandhi once again launched a scathing attack on the Bharatiya Janata Party, accusing them of rampant corruption and unethical practices. Taking to social media platform Twitter or X on Friday, Gandhi denounced what he termed as the Prime Minister's give donations, take bail and business scheme. Give donation, take bail and business scheme. That's what he termed it as. Paisa do, azadi or business law. Alleging misuse of government agencies such as Enforcement Directorate, Income Tax and Central Bureau of Investigation under the guise of governance. So yet again, he is talking on same lines as the videos that I saw the other day of people talking about usage of Enforcement Directorate and other government bodies. So definitely there is more task in the hands of ED now. They should actually take up all the other cases also. There are so many cases pending. Their success rate is pretty good. Yes, the number of cases they have is more than 4,000 odd or 5,000 odd cases is what they have on hand. But the cases that they have completed, the count is 25, out of which 24 people have been acquitted, and it has been proven right. So that gives them, Really good job done from their side. And they should continue this, but I think it is very much on the lower side. We should actually strengthen ED much more than what it is right now. Why so? Because people, it's the hard-earned money of, it's my hard-earned money, it's your hard-earned money, it's our hard-earned money that is being splurged out there. We work day in, day out for the benefit of these organizations. They pay to these political parties, and in turn, they misuse those funds. They have their, I think, I do not know if Prime Minister has any property outside India. Deepak, are you aware of it? He says no. So there is no personal property that Prime Minister Modi has made. So he stands out definitely. All right. So do you know Prime Minister's gift donation stake bail business scheme? Gandhi's post read, igniting a fresh wave of controversy. The Prime Minister is misusing ED, IT and CBI through his donation business in the guise of Vasuli Bhai. So he went on to the extent of calling Prime Minister Narendra Modi as Vasuli Bhai. Now that's what happens in a democracy, and he was just out on bail, after paying 25 or 50,000 bond for 17 such allegations. If I'm not wrong, I read that news the other day. I'm not certain about the numbers. Was it 7 or 17? So there were these many cases of defamation against him, and he's out on bail. But then he will not stop. He will continue to disgrace the Prime Minister of India by calling him Vasuli Bhai. All right. So we will get to know. I'm counting days. Every day I remember this. I'm waiting for 13th of March. Not because it is in the headlines today, because 13th of March we will actually get to know. The information will be in public domain. The RBI has to release as to which company provided or bought these electoral bonds, or which company helped the BJP or Congress or any other party predominantly. If it is Ambani and Adani, then Rahul Gandhi is absolutely right. We will question BJP. But if he is not, then what? What about all these tall claims that he has made? On the other hand, the other day Rahul Gandhi also said, when he was in Varanasi during his Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, when he was doing this, he went to Varanasi, and it's a common sight everywhere. The youth does, the youth of Varanasi, I think some of them were intoxicated. And Rahul Gandhi happened to see them, and he called them Nashedi. आज का युवा नशे की हालत में यहाँ वहाँ घूम रहा है, नशेड़ी बन चुका है. That's what he had to say. That those were his comments. But why would Prime Minister Narendra Modi not take him to task? What he said is, PM Modi quipped, those who are not in hosh, them जो खुद होश में नहीं है, वो किसी और को नशेड़ी क्या बुलाएंगे? So this war of word continues between Prime Minister. I'm seeing a response from Mr. Modi out here. It does not happen usually, but then yes, he has responded this time to Rahul Gandhi, and he says, "से खुद होश नहीं है, वो किसी और को क्या नशेड़ी बुलाएगा?" And on the left hand side, we have Benjamin Netanyahu from Israel. The President of Israel, the Prime Minister of Israel, sorry. On one hand, we have Prime Minister of India. On the other hand, we have Prime Minister of Israel, who says post-war they would retain, he discussed. This is a very, very positive sign. Please do not take it so easy that, okay, post-war plans are being made for Gaza. This is an indication that the war is going to end. Their campaign is going to be completed soon. They will have plans for that as well. This is a clear-cut indication, and they have plans in mind about retaining this complete security control over Gaza. They will let Palestinians live, but then the Gaza Strip will be entirely controlled by Israel militarily, so that any other activity of this sort, what we witnessed 2 months ago, should not happen again. Moving on, we have BRS MLA dies in road accident. So tragedy yet again, death of an MLA. Just 10 days ago, Lasya had survived another accident in Narkatpalli, where she sustained minor injury. So within a span of 10 days, this was the second accident that she had to go through. And this time it was fatal for her and she passed away. She was going to attend a function that was being held by the Chief Minister, but then she passed on her way out there. She was 37 years old and she won the MLA elections for the first time. And how can, while we are talking about women, so the news from Sandesh Khali is also here. Women protest in Sandesh Khali, yet another protest being done by the women of Sandesh Khali. Tension flared in Sandesh Khali as women took to streets once again, brandishing sticks and brooms demanding the apprehension of fugitive Sheikh Shahjahan and his associates accused of sexual harassment and violence. Why is Mamata Banerjee quiet on this? Their leaders are saying, yes, we will take action. Now, you will take action now. That's fine. You should. And you will, because now it has been brought, it has been highlighted by media. It has been much, the entire India is talking about it now. So you are going to take action. What stopped you from taking action when you were in power? Why you did not stop the likes of Shahjahan and his aide and his associates when they were raping the women out there, when they were, and the land grabbing cases? Why you did not take action back then? The police officials are now addressing the women. They are now saying that, if you protest, the justice will be delayed. That is what is being told to them. Why don't you tell that to the farmers also? That if you protest, justice will be delayed. If Modi government says so, you have a problem with that. And I'm talking to those people who actually roll out such videos wherein they cite that farmers are not being taken care of. You should go and check the amount of funds, the amount of waivers that they get every year, the amount of subsidies that have been launched for them, the price at which they get the gas connection and the price at which I get the gas connection despite paying tax, despite facing dual taxation. I pay taxes on my salary, on my income. I pay taxes on every purchase that I make. For them, the income is tax-free. Plus, I pay interest, I take loans and I repay all those loans to maintain my credit score. I work hard, I work 2 jobs a day to repay those loans. I don't think of committing suicide or... All right. Moving on, let's read this. In response to escalating situation, authorities have imposed fresh prohibitory orders under Section 144. Section 144 is being implemented. Why are you implementing Section 144? So that people like Shahjahan or Shahjahan Sheikh should be able to move out of Sandesh Khali. Is that what you want to do? Is that what Mamata Banerjee did? In fact, she did that. Now, with that, people, let's quickly move to the comment section here. What the Chief of Indian Defence Staff, CDS, has to say. We are looking not only at what is happening along the northern borders, but also long-term challenges so that we do not have technological kind of deficiency. So there should not be any technical deficiency prevailing when the time comes. In informal wars, the enemy has many more options than the defender. Moreover, defense has to be proactive. Very, very rightly said. If you see my telecast that I did like almost 6 to 7 months ago, I always urged for Indian defense forces to be more proactive. I always urged for the government to be more proactive. This is what he has to say. I completely concur with General Anil Chauhan. He is the man with the mindset of being proactive. Yes, that approach needs to be followed. You should be technically advanced enough to negotiate any challenge that comes the way of India or Indian defense forces. And from Ukraine's deputy foreign minister, a very comment that, it reflects Indian diplomacy, the victory of Indian diplomacy out here. She's from Ukraine and she's the deputy foreign minister of Ukraine. What she says is, we are thankful to India for the support that they had provided. India sent generators for the hospitals in Ukraine. Ukraine and Russia are in a state of war since 2 years. A lot of casualties, a lot of injuries, a lot of people have been injured. Now to provide medical facility to them is also a big challenge. And India sent generators to Ukraine. And that's the humanitarian aid that was sent. But point to ponder out here is, India is actually one of the, India favors Russia because Russia supported India during the need of the hour. How can we ever forget the escalations of Pakistan or the attack from Pakistan? That was supported by United States of America, United Kingdom. But who was on India's side? It was Russia standing by India. The Russian naval fleet guarded the Bay of Bengal that actually supported that 1971 war. How can we ever forget? UK and US had sent their naval fleets to stop India. But it was Russian naval fleet that reached first of all, and that prevented these two countries from actually intervening in the matters of India and Pakistan. They were favoring Pakistan back then. Today, the tables have turned. But India stays in solidarity with Russia, but at the same time, India also extended support to Ukraine, and Ukraine is thankful for that. So congratulations to India on its diplomacy. And with that, at that note, people, I would like to call it a day from our studios out here in Telangana along with Deepak. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please do not forget to like, share and subscribe the video if you really liked it. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.